And welcome out to field number 5. It's tournament baseball action here on the Golden Bear Sports Network. Chris Malenga alongside Jim Funderburg. And Jim, we're getting a chance to see these young ladies once again play softball, and this time it's in the tournament trail.
Yeah, you know, the other night we saw a ball game with Woodward that was kind of leading up to this one, but then we didn't get an opportunity to see it the very next night, which would have been the fun game to see as the Bears lock up for the very first time in their history, a co-championship of the Northwest Ohio League, and it would have been a lot of fun as they came out and pretty much put it to Liberty Center, 10-0.
Yep.
You know how we feel anytime you can put shut out Liberty Center or PH either
in anything.
Teams in anything.
Tiddlywinks, Jacks,
Doesn't
anything.
really matter. Heck yeah, it's always a lot of fun for the Lady Bears to come out that night on. We saw them Monday night. That was Tuesday night. They came out. Allowed them to tie with Archibald here for the first in the league for the very first time in 38 years of their history. Was a wonderful situation for the Bears to come in here tonight at 15-5, 6-1 in the conference. The other night against Liberty, they scored 3 in the bottom of the second, 7 in the bottom of the fifth for the run rule victory, like we saw on Monday night. Although it was a much more difficult run rule game than what we saw against Woodward the other night in that 17-0 trouncing of the Golden Bears. Bears lost 9-0 to Archibald back on the 17th of April, but it would be fun, Chris, to be able to see maybe a matchup between those two teams, even though we're not going to get a chance to see that. I'd love to be able to just have one of those side games after everything's over for one last time to see how we would match up with them, because I've got to believe that coaches and the kids both think that that was kind of an aberration when they lost to Archibald back in April. Then Archibald obviously lost to Waseon the other night, 6-1 to set up the tie. And obviously tonight we will see Tristan Savage going to the hill for hopefully one of what will be several more times before she retires her number here and heads on over to Tribe.
Absolutely, and you know, it's a beautiful day for softball. I got some clouds in the sky, 68 degrees right now. The wind is out of the east-northeast at 8 miles an hour. It's gusting to 13. We've got that wind. It seems like it always blows in here at Field 5. It's blowing in from center field right now, and these teams are ready to go, and you know, we're excited to bring you this one here on BMU.
You know, Celina, the number 8 seed, coming in tonight to Field 5, and as we discussed just a little bit, we are the home team tonight, but you have to treat this somewhat as a neutral site for everybody being a tournament game tonight. But this basically is the final here in the sectional, which would lead basically the winner of this game to take on the winner of the Wapak Van Wert game. That is also going on down at Wapakoneta here this afternoon, and we'll try to keep an eye on that one if we possibly can. And we'll also keep an eye on the boys game, because the boys over in Maumee here today playing in the boys tournament against Maumee, and we'll try to get you some updates. Ben Murray's going to send me some numbers on that one as Andy Briggle and Rick Heisler over doing that ball game on B-Rock this afternoon.
There we go. So, you know, let's run down our starting lineups, Jim, while we're waiting as the meeting at the home plate. Let's look at Celina first. First off, your pitcher, number 27, Emily Keith. Batting second, your right fielder, number 24, Maria Donovan. Batting third, the catcher, number 25, Maddie Lubke. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 30, Max Schaefer. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 22, Brooke Steinbrunner. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 7, Sid Wilker. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 28, Kristen Dickerson. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 16, Maddie Keeney. And batting ninth, the second baseman, number 12, Bailey Laux. And she will lead the end of the order for Celina. In the field for Bryan, we've got Bailey Spielman, the catcher. Trista Savage is your pitcher tonight. Kaylin Antigo, first base. Emily Gorzalancic is second base. April Rickenberg will be at her shortstop position. Whitney Retro at third base. And then across the outfield, it's a little bit different than the game the other night. Maggie Voigt in left field, Gracie Voigt in center field, and Kenzie Andrews in right field.
Interesting to see the Voigt sisters basically out there in the outfield today. And as you said, the wind blowing in at at us today, but I don't think it's going to be much of a factor as the American flag really not blowing all that much. It will gust a little bit, I'm sure. It always does over here in Field 5. But right now, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue for either one of these teams here this afternoon when they get ready to play this baseball game. Sponsors for this afternoon's ball game: Bryan Ford Lincoln Krill Funeral Home, Northwest State Community College, Overland Turnbull Funeral Home, Bob Auto Parts, Darrow Shirkey Ford, Bryan Municipal Utilities, and Jason Dees Collision and Repair. Our umpires here for this afternoon's game are Gary Brubaker, who will be doing the bases, and Steve Hammond, who will be behind the plate, and they are giving both the coaches and the captains their final instructions right here at home plate right now to give them an idea what the ground rules here are on Field 5, but pretty much similar to every other place, other than that you do have a couple of issues with some cones down there in that right field line, and obviously the layout just a little bit different from one park to the next, so both teams getting all of their instructions right now so they understand where things will be in and out of play. We've got camera operators down the first base line today and also in center field. Are those the Charettes here today?
Yes, they are. Yes, it is.
Yeah, there you go. So we got two of the Charettes with us this afternoon, and we're looking forward to a great baseball game. With that, we'll take a step away for our first commercial break. When we come back, we'll be ready to play softball right here at Field 5 on BMU TV.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Overland Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darrow Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Softball here on BMU TV this afternoon. Great to have you with us. Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga, and we've got a full crew with us here today. Outside of the Charrettes, Chris, we got Aaron Kerman down on the bus.
Yep, Aaron Gilbert's down there helping out as well.
And Aaron Gilbert down there as well, as the Bears will be the home team this afternoon, so they will start off in the field today. Trista Savage will be pitching. Bailey Spielman will be their catcher, and the home plate umpire, as we said, Steve Hammond will be behind the plate calling the balls and strikes today. On the base pass, Gary Brubaker will be taking care of all of the first and second base activities. I'm sure Hammond will take care of things. Anything that happens down at third base here today, as they always do. So it should be a good ball game today. The winner moves on. The losers' season pretty much is over, Chris, and nobody wants to lose this early in the month of May.
Absolutely, and it's kind of weird because in a lot of the other sports, when you go into tournament, you don't play any other games, but they've missed so many games that I know that they're looking for other games. You know what I mean? Like I know they're trying to pick up some games for next week, even outside of the tournament stuff. So, it's been an odd spring. It's always tough to get games in the spring, but it seems like this one was really odd.
Yeah, it was a very difficult season this year for everybody as far as when it came to rain outs here this year. Kind of unusual for a spring, even though springs are normally rainy.
Yep.
This one exceptionally rainy this year. And even after you got the rain stopped, there was just so much water that it just was impossible almost to play. So Keith will step up to the plate. She's a righty, and she will be the first batter to face Trista Savage today, and Savage will put on her face mask and get ready. And Trista has just absolutely been spectacular to watch, Chris. We've watched her now for 4 years. Hard to imagine this is her senior year and she'll be moving on.
Absolutely.
Looks into her catcher, winds and pitches, and the first one will be fouled right back at us for strike one. So Trista with a big night the other night against Woodward when we saw her play. Man, she struck out the first 5, I believe.
Yeah, 5, and it was like 7 out of the first 8.
Yeah, had a real nice night that night. In fact, struck out the opening half of the first inning. We'll see if we can get that to go this way again here today. Swing and a miss, fouled off. That's strike 2. And so just like that, Trista on top. No balls and 2 strikes to the very first hitter here this afternoon as we're getting underway in the sectional final here in Bryan.
The difference is from the other night is Keith has been getting wood on the ball.
Yeah, no doubt about that. This one just outside and low, and Keith will stay off of that one. As you notice, Celina comes in today with their green pants. Their jerseys are green on the front, black on the back, with the green and white trim. And the Bears today, their gray pants and their gray and purple jerseys, and this one's just inside, and that evens everything up at 2-2. So Keith hangs in there. It'll be Donovan and then Lupke after Emily Keith. And this pitch is a fly ball is going to get in between the right and center fielder. The right fielder goes over. Kenzie Andrews picks it up. The throw to second will be not in time. And just like that, Emily Keith, who never stopped running at first base, will go from first to second on the throw. And a double to lead everything off. So not the way that the Bears are normally accustomed to watching something like that happen, but Keith now on second with nobody out as Donovan comes to the plate.
Yeah, she got a good piece of the bat on the ball. It went kind of into that gap between right and center. The right fielder's coming towards the right side, and there's a big gap between right and center, and that's where she put it.
First pitch was bunted and be popped up, but you got to have, I think,
That'll be interference
on that. Yeah, no doubt about that. So the batter will be called out as Donovan popped that bunt try. Oh, they're going to let her go. Wow. Antigo came down to make the play, and basically a little collision between Antigo and the runner, Donovan, and the result will be Donovan on first, Keith on second, nobody out, and Lupke now the batter. I thought maybe a little interference on that play, but the umpire didn't see it that way, and instead will go as an error and put the runner at first and second. First pitch, a little bit of smoke coming right down the middle for strike one. So Maddie Lupke now standing in with a runner at first and second and nobody out here in the top of the first.
She's your catcher.
And I'll tell you what, she looks like she can probably defend that plate pretty well, Chris. Savage winds and deals, and this one's fouled out over the Bryan dugout. And there'll be no balls now and 2 strikes. And we'll see how Trista does. Trista really has not had the times that we've seen her, not had too many situations where she's had runners on first and second and nobody out to open up a ball game. So it'll be fun to see how this senior works out at this one here this afternoon. Maddie Lupke grounds this one to third. Play will be to third base. The relay over to first will not be in time, but they'll get the lead runner, Keith, at first, which is a good situation there. That one out, now runners at first and second. So Max Schaefer now steps in, the cleanup hitter. And again, runners at first and second. 1 out now as Schaefer looking maybe to get some things going here for the Bulldogs. Trista winds, deals. That one's on the inside corner, swinging a miss, strike one.
Really mixed her up with that one.
I love the way that these young ladies can move that softball around a little bit. You think throwing underhanded that maybe that ball wouldn't move the way that a baseball moves, but it's softball. If you know how to throw it, man, you can make it dance, and that's what Trista's doing right now. This one a little bit high. Evens the count of 1-1.
Spielman got up real quick like she was going to try to pick off the runner at second.
Schaefer always, if you clean up hitter in here, you've got to expect that she's a young lady that can put the ball into play. Outfield playing a little bit deep and left and pretty much straight away. This one's over the catcher's head, and the runners will advance to second and third. And that'll make it 2 balls and 1 strike. Bailey Spielman came up and tried to make the play on that one, but that one was just
wild,
going a little bit too high and too hard, and wasn't able to pull that one down. So now with runners at second and third and 1 out. Bears going to still try to keep that big goose egg on that scoreboard if they possibly can. Stretch the pitch, and it's outside a little bit low. 3 balls and 1 strike.
And she was getting that call all game Monday.
Yeah, but she was catching that edge, and that time it was a little bit outside. I'll tell you, Monday night she had that outside edge just all night long, that outside corner. Trista had that one all night. This one's outside as well. And Schaefer will go down to first base. Sets up a force at all bases now. And Stuart Steinbrenner comes to the plate.
Spielman will go out to talk to Savage. Try to get things straightened out.
Yeah, they want to make sure that they don't make any real mistakes that'll hurt them right now, because anything, if you can keep that ball in play right now, you ought to be able to get a force anywhere. Preferably down here at home to keep the run from scoring, but double play could end the inning as well. So outfield again, deep at left, center, a little bit shallow and right. Everybody playing straight away. The infield about the same way as they're get the third baseman crouching in just a little bit down third as the first pitch is fouled right back over top of us as Wheatro kind of takes an extra step or two as that ball gets pitched heading towards home plate. They'd love to get a ground ball that you can pick up and force the runner down to third. Yep. Coming to the plate. Getting the wind, the pitch, and swing and a miss. 2 strikes. Steinbrenner really looking for something coming really hard, and basically Trista sent her something that had just a little less smoke than what she expected, and she was way out in front of it. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases juiced here on the top of the first. Good to have you with us. Outside corner, strike 3. That's the pitch she was throwing the other night, Chris. That one just, it just barely catches the top corner of that plate right at the knees. And I'll tell you, they have to look at it for just a second. And by that time, it's too late. Strike 3. Nice job by Trista to get out of a bit of a jam right there. So has an opportunity right now to get out of here with absolutely no damage, even though the bases are full. First pitch will be right down the middle of the knee, strike 1.
So Ernie Harwell used to say that was right down Woodward.
Yep, exactly. Guess we'd call that, what, High Street, Main Street, where are we going right now, man? What's the, whatever the street is here. There you go, Construction Drive, strike 2. And again, she takes just a little bit off of that one. Sid Wilker, the batter with bases loaded and 2 out here in the top of the first, and the Bears trying to get out of this inning with no harm. Savage winds and deals, and this one will be inside, strike 3.
And she got out of it. Wow.
Nice job by Savage to strike out the last 2 batters and leave the bases juiced. So we played a half an inning here at field 5.
No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 3 left on. Let's head to the bottom of the first. It'll be Voigt, Savage, and Rickenberg when we return after this on BMU TV.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. Plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
See.
Back out at field 5. Chris and Jim here with you, and it was a scary first inning for Trista Savage as she had the bases loaded with 1 out, but she was able to get out of it and did a nice job striking out the last batter to end the inning.
No doubt about that. Emily Keith will be pitching today for the Bulldogs. Maddie Lupke is the catcher, and an update from B.B. Murray says that the Bryan boys also went down without a run in the top of the first over at Maumee. So both these games headed to the bottom of the first scoreless as the Bears and one of the Maumee, what's Maumee's?
Maumee is the... I don't remember.
Oh, the Golden Buckeyes right now. How's that, huh? I don't know, but the Golden Bears boys baseball
Panthers,
team.
they're the Panthers.
The Panthers? Okay, so the...
That was in the back part of my memory bank.
Attaboy.
Leading off for the Golden Bears, center fielder, Gracie Voigt.
The Bears will start things off with Gracie Voigt, Chris.
Yes, they will.
It'll be Voigt, Savage, and Rickenberg to start things off for the Golden Bears. Let's see if the Bears can have a little more success than what the Bulldogs did. The Bulldogs did a good job to get the bases loaded. Couldn't get anybody around, so Bears like to play a couple runs here to get things off to a good start in the first. Nice crowd around here today. There's several folks out on the fence watching the ball game, and everybody on the inside of this first pitch right across the center of the plate and about letter high for strike 1. So Emily Keith, the right-hander. Obviously here, you're always getting everybody's ace in the softball game.
Absolutely.
You're never seeing the number 2. And this pitch a little bit high, even things up at 1. I think for the boys today, they were able to get through without pitching their ace the other day. So the boys still do have that run stipulation there on them as the pitch fouled off at the plate. Ball and 2 strikes. With the Bears tonight be able to pitch their ace this evening against those Panthers over in Maumee. Down in the middle, and a little bit of a breaking pitch gets strike 3 there for Emily Keith as Voigt goes down swinging.
I'll bring up Trista Savage, your pitcher. She threw 20 pitches in the first inning.
That's a little unusual for her to make that many pitches in the first inning, too. She'll show bunt again and see if she'll square around. She does. And grounds it foul down the third baseline. So Trista will open up. Trying to beat that first base runner here for the Bears in the bottom half of the first. He just joined us. The Bulldogs had the bases loaded in the first inning, but Trista able to pitch her way out of that one with no harm. Fouled off, but the catcher looks like she will have a play. Hit her right in the glove, and she wasn't able to pull it in. So Maddie Lukey had a shot at it along the first baseline right in front of the fence.
Yeah, it was right there in front of the fence. Yep.
That'll set up a no ball and 2 strike counts here against Trista Savage, who's trying to get something going for the Golden Bears here in the bottom of the first. And Trista shows that bunt. Keith looks in, and now we have a timeout called here at home plate.
I love these pitcher-pitcher battles.
Oh, yeah, it's always fun. Keith winds and throws, and this one a little high and outside.
That one slipped out of her hand as she threw it, looked like. It had a little weird skip motion as she came out.
We saw that one the other night with Woodward where the young lady dropped that ball right on the mound right next to her. It seems like it'd be such an easy thing to do, Chris, but I'll tell you what, it's always a lot harder than what you think. Keith winds, and this one's driven deep left center field, and it's out of here.
Wow.
Trista Savage takes a 1-ball and 2-strike pitch from Emily Keith and drives it deep over the left center field wall, and the Bears go up 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first.
Wow. She pitches and she hits for power.
Yeah, nice pop. I don't know what the distances are here in this yard, but it did look like maybe that one would stay in, but Brooke Steinbrenner made the effort that way, and I guess if there's any place that you could maybe get just a little bit of help from that wind today, it was kind of blowing towards left field. And Trista just powered that one over that left center field wall for the first run. April Rickenberg fouls the first one off. No balls and 1 strike right now, and a great way to get started.
Yep, absolutely. It gets the team pumped up. Now it's who's up next, who's going to hit the next one.
You know, that's the first time I think I've seen a home run hit on this softball field, and I've never seen one knocked out over on the boys' side. Fouled off again, straight back, so no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the first with the Bears on top 1-0. Tell you what, Trista Savage, maybe she can make that hold up through 7 innings here this afternoon. Huh?
Absolutely.
That would be quite the ball game. Pop fly on the infield. First baseman is underneath of it. She'll make the play. So Max Schaefer with out number 2.
There's the right fielder, Kenzie Andrews.
And
I'll bring up Kenzie Andrews, your right fielder.
Andrews steps in for her first opportunity of the afternoon. And she'll lace one right to the second baseman as Bailey Locks didn't even have to take a step. Just stood there and waited for it to come to her. And with that, that'll end the inning as Andrews lines out the second. But the Bears with the run here with the home run by Trista Savage will leave 1-0 there, Chris.
1 run hit, no errors, none left on. Let's head to the top of the second. Bears lead 1-0 after this on BMU TV.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
It'll be Dickerson, Keeney, and Laux for Celina here in the bottom or top of the second inning. Bears lead 1-0 here at Field 5. Here's Jim Funderburg.
Well, Celina set up 6 batters in that first inning as Dickerson swings and misses on the first pitch, but they left the bases full in inning number 1 as Trista Savage able to coax Steinbrunner and Wilker into strikeouts there to end the inning with the bases juiced. And Savage then came up and knocked one out over that left center field wall to put her team up 1-0. And now second pitch also a strike right around the numbers for strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes as Kristen Dickerson steps in. Savage gets the sign, goes into the windup and the pitch, and that one right down the center, but a little bit low.
Just a little low.
Ball and 2 strikes. And again, it looks like Tristan has some pretty good control here today. Kristen, if she can start to get that outside corner the way she did the other day against Toledo, it's going to be a long day for the Bulldogs.
Yep.
Savage delivers, swing and a miss. She took a little bit off of that one. These girls are looking for that heat there on that payoff pitch, and Krista confusing them just a little bit. Strikeout.
That's three for already, and all 3 of them were swinging strikeouts on that slow off-speed pitch.
Maddie Keeler will be the Keeney. Sorry about that. Maddie Keeney, the batter now with 1 out in the top of the second. Went high and outside as Trista really tried to put a little extra juice on that one. Nice job by Spielman to pull that one down. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out here. Top of the second, if you're just joining us here from Field 5 today. Beautiful day. You should be out here with us.
Oh, nice
swing
pitch.
And a foul tip that's caught by a Spielman. That'll even the count at 1-1.
Out here with us. Yeah, we'll let you in for 10 bucks.
1 ball, 1 strike as Trista gets set. And that was right down the middle. A perfect pitch. I'll tell you what, I don't know why Keeney kept that one on her shoulder that time, because that one was just a...
That was right there. That was the one to drive.
Ball and 2 strikes here. Sectional finals as the Bears and the Bulldogs trying to put something together, and then another swing strikeout for Keeney as Trista right now starting to find that groove, I think, Chris.
Absolutely. 2 3-pitch strikeouts.
4 strikeouts now in the afternoon and 4 in a row as well for Trista Savage. And that'll bring Bailey Laux up. You know, Savage really the other night against Woodward faced the minimum in the time she was on the mound.
She had a 1-hitter, and the after the hit, it was a double play immediately right after, so it didn't matter anything.
Nice job by the Bears to really get her off the hook there, but Trista, when she gets this thing rolling, boy, she is just absolutely tough to hit. Swing and a miss by Laux as that heat just went right on by her. No balls and 2 strikes. Steve Miller and I were talking in the break there a little bit about seeing some of the baseball players come over and try to hit off. I think that would be a whole lot of fun. Well, you know, there's such a short amount of distance to make up your mind in the game of softball, and there's a swing and a miss again. And
so she struck out the side, Jim. No runs, no hits, no errors. And Trista looks like she's got the last 5 in a row striking out. Looked like she's where she needs to be. We'll be back with more after this on BMU TV.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back out at field number 5, it'll be Gorsa-Lansing, Altaffer, and Voigt as the Bears have a 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the second inning. They'll be facing Emily Keith for Celina. Chris and Jim with you, and the one run was a solo home run by Trista Savage, helping her cause, Jim.
Only 4 Bears went to the plate in the bottom half of the first inning there for the Golden Bears today, and basically a couple of pop-outs and a strikeout and a home run. That's all you need.
Yep, absolutely.
On the other side, the boys' baseball team down to Maumee right now in the second, 2-0. We just got that in from B.B. Murray, so Maumee obviously scored a couple in the bottom half of their first as we're playing into the top of the second now. They're playing in the sectionals over in Maumee today. And the first pitch was a ball, so 1 ball and no strikes for Gorsa-Lansing. And this one on the inside in the dirt, make it 2-0 as Emily Keith have a little problem finding the plate here to open up the second. She was pretty sharp in that first inning.
She threw
hung one right up in the wheelhouse there of Trista Savage. She drove it out over that left center field wall.
She only threw 12 pitches in the first inning.
Gorsa-Lansing fouls this one down the left field line, but foul. So 2 balls and a strike now. Nice crowd here. Everybody's kind of excited. You got some folks from Celina over to our right. A great contingent of Golden Bears to our left. This one popped up. The shortstop heading out into short left field. She missed it. Get her glove on it. I don't know if she lost that in the sun or what happened to her, but Maddie Cooney, who had to kind of backpedal a couple of steps.
I'm giving it an error.
Didn't touch her glove, so I would agree with you on that. Either way, that puts a runner on first base with nobody out here for the Bears.
And this will bring up Kayla Altaffer. She's her designated player. She was batting for...
Altaffer drops a nice bunt right in front of the plate. Should be thrown out at first, but she will advance Gorsa-Lansing to second. That's exactly what you need. Get that runner in scoring position to bring up Maggie Voigt.
Bryan, left fielder, Maggie Voigt.
Get a nice big gap out there in left center field, Chris, as everybody's playing straight away. Center fielder, left fielder, right fielder, all pretty much where you expect them to be. It leaves a nice little gap there between center and left, and Maggie can pull this thing out that way. Runner gets a nice step as the pitch is delivered. It's outside, make it ball 1. Gorsa-Lansing on the second base. Looking for that ball to find a hole out in center field, right center field, or left center field, and bring this thing in and make the Bears 2-0 leader. This one's a little bit high. And again, just like that, Emily Keith having just a few problems here in inning number 2. Finding the plate. 2 balls, no strikes.
Wind picking up, Jim.
Yeah, it is. It's coming right our way, isn't it, huh?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, but it's 60-some degrees out here today, Chris, so I think we'll survive. Ground ball sharply hit down the third baseline. Third baseman not going to be able to pick that one up. So a nice job by Voigt to be able to leg that one out and really give Caston Dickinson absolutely no choice. Sharp shot right down to her, hit her in the glove. She knocked it down, but by the time she picked it back up, there was no play at second or first, and a good job for the Bears now as they have runners at first and second with only 1 out. And that brings up Bailey Spielman.
That's Wheatro that's up
I'm
now.
sorry, Whitney Wheatro. Spielman coming on deck right now. Voigt's at first. Gorsa-Lansing at second. And we throw with a little pop fly that will be fielded by the third baseman. Boy, it sounded good when it left the bat, didn't it? But it just kind of went right up in the air and hung there. And the third baseman, Dickerson, able to come in and make the put out. So there's 2 outs now with runners at first and second. And Bailey Spielman now with the opportunity here to take advantage of these 2 runners on base, and that was high and inside by Emily Key. So 1 ball, no strike.
Need to have a little bloop single in between the infield and the outfield. That'd be good.
Yeah, that would be a nice little hit right now. At least score 1. Everybody running with 2 outs, so this little pop fly to the second baseman will take 2 steps backwards on and make the play. So Bailey Locks will make the put out, and the pop out leaves 2 runners on base, and the Bears unable to score there in their part of the second.
Yeah, no runs on 1 hit, 1 error, 2 left on, and we will head to the top of the 3rd inning after this on BMU TV.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal.
Things are starting to settle down here at Bryan Ford Lincoln. After the fire, we had to rearrange everything. We brought in new offices for our staff. We reorganized our inventory to accommodate our new layout. Things are starting to feel a little more like home.
Morning, Chip.
Maybe a little too comfortable. Bryan Ford Lincoln, great deals, great people, great experiences.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
It'll be Emily Keith, Maria Donovan, and Maddie Lupke here in the top of the 3rd inning as Celina takes batting order here in the top of the 3rd. Chris Maling and Jim Funderburg here on BMU. And Jim, Bears threatened but did not score in the bottom of the 2nd.
Yeah, you hope that didn't come back to bite them at all, but so far so good as we go into inning number 3. Obviously, the top of this lineup much more productive in that first inning as Trista had to go through 6 batters to open everything up, and she starts everything off with a high heat, a little bit too high for ball 1.
Savage threw 31 pitches through the first 2 innings. She has 5 strikeouts, 2 hits, and a walk.
Keith doubled the first time up. It was really a single that she just
stretched out,
extended into a double there by hustle. And 2 balls and no strikes now. And we heard just a minute ago that the Bears baseball team down 4-1, I think is what I heard Nuke say a minute ago. High and inside, ball 3. Savage kind of being careful to Emily Keith because I think she did see how that young lady can hit.
And run.
Oh, that's a strike right on the outside edge there at about waist high. So 3 balls and 1 strike. Tristan not going to just give you an easy pass here.
Nope.
She's going to make you earn it. 3 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Leadoff batter Emily Keith here, the opposing pitcher for the Bulldogs, and she fouls this one off and out of play right behind us.
Almost had a good catch right out there.
And it sets up a full count with nobody out here, 3-2. Good job by Savage. She started out with 3 balls and has worked a couple strikes into the equation right now. Payoff pitch. It's fouled right back at us. Good to have that net right there. Yep.
The netting is questionable at best, though. I've had balls in here.
We got two guys next to us, though, with great hands, so they'll catch those without a problem. Hand-eye coordination is really good on that Miller guy. There's no doubt about that. Inside corner for strike three as Krista locked Emily Keith up for the strikeout.
First line, right fielder, Maria Donovan.
Donovan got on with a bunter first time up.
I got her down for 6 in a row right now, Chris. Is that right?
That is correct.
And she was down 3-0 to the batter Emily Keith, and then absolutely bore down and just threw some great pitches to get Keith out. That one inside, but I think a little bit high. 1 ball, no strikes. 1 out here in the top of the third. Bears up 1-0. You've just joined us here on BMU Channel 3. 4-2. Bears down 4-2 in the baseball side over in Maumee. This one's inside a little bit tight.
Donovan had to turn away from it.
So hopefully the boys can get their act together over in Maumee and hang in there. As they've got their ace Ethan Langham on the hill here this afternoon over in Maumee. And that pitch a strike from Trista Savage. 2-1 now with 1 out. You wonder why Trine wanted to bring Trista over to play softball for them? You're seeing it here today. That one a little bit high. 3 balls and 1 strike. Young lady is a bulldog when it comes to take care of business out there on the hill. The wind, the delivery, and outside, just barely missing that outside corner. So that'll be
walk number 2
walk of the afternoon, and it breaks a string of 6 strikeouts that Trista had going on. So let's see if the Lady Bears can make this happen with a double play and get their pitcher back into the dugout.
This is Maddie Lukey, who got on a fielder's choice last time.
Outfield shaded a little bit to the left field line. They're out left.
Hit her.
Center and right pretty much playing straight away. And with the hit batsman, there'll be now runners at first and second with 1 out.
First baseman, Max Schaefer.
How about Max Schaefer? She walked her first time up.
Savage winds, it delivers, and outside corner. And again, that is the pitch that just absolutely freezes you. You just don't know what to do with that one. Initially, you think, okay, that's going to be just outside, and it catches just the edge of that corner.
We're going to have a courtesy runner.
Let's get 24, pitch running.
Okay.
That is BHS Sargent.
There you go.
Sargent is the pitch runner.
Sergeant, you do it, Jeff.
Avenger Sargent, how's that? Just A.J. Sargent, I'm sure we'll just make up a name for it. That is quite the name, man. What happened to all the Emilys and the Mollys of the world, right? Huh? That's what I keep asking myself. Very creative name, though. No balls, 1 strike, and this one evens things up at 1 as both Sargent out at second.
Lupke at first.
And Lupke at first. Get ready to take off on the sound of the bat if they can get one. Bears love to turn a double play right now. Swing and a miss. Savage says, I'm just going to take care of business here. See if she can't rip off another 6 in a row. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runners at first and second here for the Bulldogs in their half of the third inning. Bears up 1-0. You've just tuned us in. Savage delivers, and the swing and the miss, and the quick throw down to first base won't be in time, but that will be out number 2. As Schaefer now has a walk and a strikeout on her day.
That'll bring up Steinbrenner.
Play first line of center fielder, Brooks Steinbrenner.
Brooks Steinbrenner struck out her first opportunity here against Trista Savage, and You're good to get that streak going again, Chris. Trista had struck out 6 in a row. Coming into this inning. Fly ball, dead center field, and over the head of the center fielder, Voigt. Voigt goes to the fence, but the first runner will score. They'll hold the second one, throw down the third, and they can't make the play. Voigt, I think, a little bit confused by that ball as she came in with a step or two, and it was hit a little bit harder and a little farther than what she thought it was going to be, and actually bounced up against the center field wall, and that will score the runner.
Play for Celina, left fielder.
Time the ball game here at 1.
So runners at the corners with 2 down.
Steinbrenner has her first base hit of the afternoon.
Sid Walker struck out swinging her first time up.
And Wilker digs in, and Savage delivers. Outside corner for strike 1. Outfielders playing straight away right now for Wilker. Left fielder shaded just a little bit towards that left field line. Savage winds and pitch and swing and miss by Wilker, and that one was high.
Super high.
But, you know, I'll tell you what, you get them anxious after they stand up there and try to swing and miss. Wilker struck out that first time. In fact, she was strikeout victim number 2 in that 6 strikeout progression there by Savage. And a swing and a miss, and Wilker now has 2 Ks next to her name here for this afternoon. And the Bears will go down to have their opportunity right now, but unfortunately for the Bears, they allow a run in that inning, Chris.
1 run, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. 2 left on, excuse me, and we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. Bears and Celina tied at 1 here on BMU TV.
When you're as good at diagnosing problems as Dwayne, the job is pretty easy.
You need a starter for the Buick, a water pump for the truck, and that one that just pulled in needs a belt. Drive on. Hold the phone up to the battery. It needs cables.
No, most days he doesn't get out of that fancy mobile office he's got.
Wow, that's a lot fancier than it looks from the outside.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Back out at field number 5, it'll be Gracie Voigt, Trista Savage, and April Rickenberg here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. It's all tied up, 1 apiece, Celina and Bryan. And boy, that bottom of the inning there, the top of the inning with Celina getting that run to tie it up.
Well, we knew it was going to be a battle this afternoon, Chris. You got to believe that. Number 8 seed coming in here today, Celina. They don't want their tournament run to be over any more than what the Bears do here this afternoon. Bears come in as the number 4 seed, Celina the number 8 seed this afternoon. And the one thing you can always count on out of those WBL schools, whether it's softball, basketball, baseball, football, they're going to come in and battle you, and that's exactly what's happening here this afternoon. See if the Bears can get something going as Voigt struck out her first opportunity of the afternoon, and then Trista Savage stepped up and cranked one over that left center field wall for the only run for the Bears. This one's in the dirt, hits the plate. That'll be ball 1. But yeah, you always can count on that, whether it's whoever it might be, Defiance, Van Wert, any of those guys coming up here from that conference, especially in baseball and softball, they're going to come give you a run. Pitch a little bit high, that's ball 2. Left fielder playing pretty much straight away and kind of deep. Center fielder about midway out and straight away. Wind's kind of died down just a little bit, and the right fielder playing in just a little bit. That was inside, ball 3. Infield playing kind of deep. Looking for a ground ball if they can throw to first for the first down of the inning. And Gracie Voigt just trying to find a way to get on that first base bag so that Trista Savage can come up and maybe crank another one out of here today. Oh, inside. That one looked like it was going to be a ball, but it just caught the inside. 3 ball and 1 strike.
Wow.
Voigt was sitting there waiting on it. Kind of a tough one to hit anyway, in there on your fist just a little bit.
Yep.
Keith will wind, and Voigt will foul it off right at the plate.
Big swing for Voigt.
Yeah, it was. So count full now. Leadoff hitter Gracie Voigt. One of the problems the Bears have had today are just getting runners on base. Both pitchers doing a pretty nice job here so far. We play in the bottom of the third. That one bounces just in front of the plate, and that will be a leadoff walk for Gracie Voigt.
That'll bring up Trista Savage, who hit a home runner first time up. Let's see her do it again.
BB send me the update there in the fourth now. Still 4-2. Bears baseball team down over in Maumee. And as we said, it'll be interesting to see what they do with Savage here this time, because she worked her way into a really good pitch and a home run. This one's in the dirt. Boyd will take off and go to second. She was about ready to take a step back towards first base, and that one got away from the catcher, Lupke. Gave Voigt just enough of an opportunity to head down to second base. So the Bears now with a runner in scoring position. And Savage, who has one of only 2 hits I've got him down for here this afternoon for the Bears, and that one the big one. Savage grounds this one to short. Bounces up, takes a bad hop off the shortstop's chest. And the throw over to first will not be in time, but at the same time, Gracie Voigt then takes that opportunity to work her way down to third base, so the Bears will have them at first and third. And again, I'll tell you what, Matty Cooney, probably looking back in hindsight, would have probably been better off just to hang on to that one.
Yep, absolutely.
Bounced up, caught her right on the Celina there in the middle of the jersey. She kept it in front of herself. She looked Voigt back to second base. But then when she threw over to first with really not much of a chance to get Trista Savage, Voigt took off running, should be on third base, and the Bears now with an opportunity maybe to break this tie here in the bottom of the third.
Conversation on the mound, and that brought in all the runners to have a conversation with Coach Klingeman, and they'll head back out now.
And, you know, a good game like this one,
got to make sure you got it all. Everybody knows what's going on. It's really important.
The way things are going today, you're right. A run here, a run there could cost you the game. So everybody needs to be on the same page. First and third will play about a step in on both sides. Center fielder shading just a little bit towards left now. There's a nice gap out there in right center field. If Rickenberg could drive one that direction. Rickenberg trying to bunt. She'll foul that one off. A little bit of a safety squeeze maybe going on there with Voigt, who was working her way down that third base line.
Be nice to put it right over second base.
Keith winds and delivers. Rickenberg fouls this one off at the plate. Again, trying to get Voigt down to second, and that would have been enough for a hit, I do believe. I think Rickenberg would have been able to beat that one out, Chris, if that would have stayed fair. So no balls and 2 strikes now. And I believe that Rickenberg's going to have to swing at this one. Comes the pitch, high and outside. Lupke looked to throw that ball somewhere, but wisely decided to hang on to it. Ball 2 strikes. Nobody out here. Bears batting right now in the bottom of the third. Ball game tied at 1. Keith winds, delivers. Ooh, outside corner. They said just a little bit too far outside, and that'll be ball 2. I thought he was going to ring her up on that one. April Rickenberg with a 2-2 count. 2 runners on, nobody out. That one bounces in front of the plate, gets away from the catcher, but she's able to keep it close enough that nobody can advance. And a count now full 3-2. So Rickenberg with a pretty nice job here batting. She was down 0-2 to start this at bat after a couple of attempted bunts, Chris. steps off and kind of composes herself just a little bit. Now she's ready again. Wines delivers. Rickenberg, a slow tapper to second. They'll get the force at first, but the run will score. Voigt will score and make it a 2-1 ball game, and Savage will end up on second. And Rickenberg got done exactly what her coach was hoping she could get done, I think, early.
Right fielder, Kenzie Andrews.
As she gets the ground ball to second, which scores the run. Fielder's choice will send her to the bench, but send Trista Savage to second. And we'll bring Kenzie Andrews up to the plate. She popped out the first time. Ground ball down that third baseline for foul.
That scored the run, right?
Yep. So the Bears up 2-1 now. Bottom of the third. Outfield now back to their traditional positions here. Andrews. Ground ball, second base. Nice pickup by the second baseman, and the throw over to first will be in time. And that'll get Trista Savage over to third. So with 2 out now, Emily Gorsalensic will have an opportunity here at RBI.
She reached on an error last time up, Jim, by the shortstop.
Another hit just like that one would be just ideal right now, because you got to believe that Trista Savage will be running on contact. Keith Wines delivers. Pop fly, could be trouble. Right center's going to drop in front of everybody. And a nice job by Gorsalensic to drive home the third run now for the Bears, the second here in the bottom of the third.
Kind of wet in between everybody. Wasn't really a good person to have a play on it.
No, you really, you could, when that one was hit, you knew it was trouble, because it was far enough that the shortstop didn't have a play on it, and it was short enough with the outfielders playing kind of deep. They had no chance as well, so Gorsalensic couldn't have picked that one up and dropped it out there any better than that. This one's going to fall in center field for another base hit, and the Bears have runners at first and second now, as Altaffer with a single. And the Bears, just like that, with back-to-back base hits, have runners at first and second with 2 out.
And a little meeting on the mound.
Like to keep this thing going as Maggie Voigt comes up.
Playing for the Golden Bears, left fielder, Maggie Voigt.
Voigt reached on a single. She singled to the third baseman last time. It was that one that was kind of tough for her to pick up.
That was really a solid shot. And again, with runners running here at this point in time, another hit just like that probably loads the bases.
Softball is definitely kind of a small ball game.
It's an interesting game. I'll tell you, it's a lot of fun. For me, I need them to lob them up there. You know, I don't like this stuff of being able to go up there and cut those corners like they can here, man. Ground ball to third. Will this be the end of the inning? It is, as the pickup and the throw by Dickerson is in time, but the Bears have a pretty decent third, Chris.
Yes, they do. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They leave 2 on. We will head to the top of the 4th inning after this on BMU TV.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career. Or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
Come on, man. Get out of there. Hey! Success!
You knocked the ball off there, Jim. There you go.
Good stuff, man. You know,
It's
not only can we do the ball game, Chris, Chris, we can also assist the umpires this afternoon, buddy.
Dickerson, Keeney, and Laux, your 7, 8, 9 hitters here in the top of the 4th inning. Last time Dickerson was up, she struck out swinging.
And Trista Savage out here for inning number 4. First pitch a little bit high on the outside corner, ball 1.
Baseman, Kristen Dickerson.
Yeah, Dickerson was part of that 6 strikeout stretch that Trista had going on there back in the 2nd and 3rd innings. Actually, they ended up the 1st and into the 2nd is where that went. Delivery right down the middle at the knees. Strike 1, even everything up at 1 here today. And Trista, you know, I'll tell you what, you're going to have to earn it, buddy. I'll tell you what, she is going to make you work for your living here this afternoon. Swing and a miss, a little bit high, but Dickerson couldn't catch up to that fastball. And, you know, you see that fastball, it starts at about the letters, and then it rises on you as it gets to the plate. And again, as quick as it gets here, you don't have a lot of time to think that one through. Dickerson winds and fires. That one's a little bit higher. As Trista evens that count up at 2-2 now. Nobody out. Just underway here in the 4th. That one a little high and outside, so we're full count now, 3-2. And she's got to be up in pitch. That pitch count's a little bit high right now, Chris, wouldn't you think?
She's at 57.
57 pitches here into the 4th, just the start of the 4th. Now, again, not quite as critical on the softball side as is the baseball side. And strike 3 as Trista just freezes her right there. Dickerson wasn't sure exactly what she had, and what she had was a strike right at the knees, right down the heart.
This will bring up Keeney, who struck out her first time up. She struck out swinging.
Basically, Steinbrenner started that K streak there back in the 1st. He just joined us. Trista had a little bit of a problem there to open up the 1st inning. Faced 6 batters, but she
bases loaded.
You're right. Bases loaded, and came up with 2 strikeouts to wipe that inning out. And then that started the string where she had struck out the side in the 2nd and struck out the first batter in the 3rd before giving up a walk to that next batter. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Keeney at this point in time really has no idea what Trista's thrown. She's not figured this one out at all early. Nope. Looks a little like I would up there, I think, on that plate. Foul this one off, though. Still no balls and 2 strikes.
Must have had a good grab there.
Nicely caught over by one of the Bryan fans. You just tuned in. It's 3-1. The Bears up on top of the Bulldogs here. We're in the top of the 4th in the sectional finals. And that was just a little bit low. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out here at the top of the 4th. Winner advances on to Miller City to play the winner of the Wapak-Van Wert game. That is going on down in Wapakoneta here this afternoon. Wapak, the number 1 seed. This one laced down that left field line. That will be fair. Left fielder out.
Long single.
Maggie Boyd picks it up and keeps the runner at first, but a nice job by their Keeney to get that hit.
Celina, second baseman, Bailey Laux.
Bailey Laux, who also struck out in the...
Gonna get a courtesy runner, I think, again.
Number 3, pitch running 16.
There you go.
Chloe Black.
Chloe Black is the runner. That would be another thing they would do an awful lot for me if I was out there playing my game. There would be a lot of pinch runners out there.
You know, we have...
Well, they need...
You'd have to have a...
They would, yeah, you're right. Steve. I'd want one sitting to the left of me when I'm batting. That way, if I accidentally hit it, somebody would be running to first for me at that point. I don't think they let that happen. I don't think that's part of the rules. There's the first pitch a little bit low and in the dirt by Krista Savage. Yep, don't have the legs nor the lungs for that anymore, I don't think. Savage with a runner on first. Nice pitch right on that outside corner. Even things up 1-1 with one out here in the top of the fourth.
That was a good pitch. Just that she was getting those Monday night like you couldn't believe.
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, she was just dialed into on that spot Monday night. This one, a grounder to third, picked up to second, over to first, but not in time, and thrown a little high. Runner made the turn, but a nice job by the first baseman, Antigo, to pick that ball up and come back and keep the runner at first. Locks will stay there. Koenig was forced out at second base with a nice little throw by Wheatcrow. Of course, Lansing, who was covering. And we're back to the top of the order for Emily Keith, the pitcher. Keith has an opportunity maybe to make this a little tighter here with a base hit. 2 out, runner at first. That runner at first shows all signs of heading to second, but does not. The outside corner is where that pitch ended up, so it's strike one.
Keith doubled and struck out, called third strike.
No balls, 1 strike. Pitcher against pitcher here. Foul right back at us. Count goes to 0-2 now. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Top of the fourth. Bears up 3-1. Tristan Savage looks down to her armband. Wines delivers that one a little bit high, and Keith held off of that one. That's the one that she's been getting to swing at, Chris.
Yep. Good job by Keith to not swing at that one.
Rising fastball that kind of comes up, and they take a swipe at it. Ball and 2 strikes now. And this one hit hard, but foul out of play.
She drilled that one.
Over the batter's cage. And way out of play. Boy, I'll tell you what. If she'd have kept that one heading towards left field, that one's going to leave the yard, Chris. That
was a smoker.
She got all of that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 out again. It's Trista Savage. To think about that one. This one high, got off speed. Evens it up at 2-2. Up 3-1. Runner at first. 2 out. 2-2 count on the pitcher. Savage Wise delivers. This one popped up. Should be an easy out.
Oh, it's not that.
First baseman Antigo. I think everybody had some drive. We got catcher interference on the inside here. Nope. What do we? And we got a Celina coach coming out to talk. We got umpires talking with one another. And the end of the play will be the out.
Yep.
Which sends us into the bottom of the fourth right now.
Yeah, it was no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. I don't know what the discussion was, but there definitely was some discussion. We'll take a quick break. Be back in 30 seconds.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
It'll be Wheatcrow, Spielman, and Voigt here in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Golden Bears lead Celina 3-1 in the sectional final. Here on BMU TV, Chris Malenga, Jim Funderburg with you. And Jim, see if the Bears can add to the lead.
Well, I'll tell you, they had a good situation last inning where they were able to score some runs late when it looked like they were going to get out of the inning with nothing and continue to hit and be able to add a a couple of runs to that total.
Wheatro is 0 for 1 with a flyout.
First pitch a little bit high. Ball 1. Now you start to wonder, Emily Keith here in inning number 4. Both these pitchers really have pitched pretty well this afternoon. It's been very impressive the way that they've gone at this thing.
Not really. Sure.
This one a little bit low and in the dirt. 2 balls now, no strikes, and you wonder maybe if Emily Keith is starting to get just a little bit tired.
She's at 44 total pitches.
So really it hasn't been that big of a day.
It hasn't.
Oh, and she comes right back with a pitch on the inside corner. It gets Wheatro to swing and miss. 2 balls, 1 strike, nobody out. Bottom of the 4th. Bears on top 3-1. And both infielders playing pretty much even with the bag, maybe a step forward. Ground ball goes for third. Nice
glove.
And a nice throw back over to first is Kasten Dickerson.
That was a nice throw. Nice pickup.
Really nice job of fielding that one to get it over to Max Schaefer for an easy putout.
5-3 on the putout.
Wheatro really hit that one pretty sharply, but Dickerson right there to scoop that one up, and the easy throw over to first.
Spielman also 0 for 1 with a flyout.
That was high and inside. Ball 1. No run rule today, Christopher. I don't think we're
I
going to
don't
go
think
that
so.
way, huh?
Nope.
It's been a darn good softball game here this far. Fly ball is going to find its way into left center field for a base hit. And Spielman bites off one with the inside corner. Drives it right over the head of the shortstop, and right there with the outfielders again playing deep, Chris, that's an easy hit.
That'll bring up Gracie Voigt, the leadoff hitter. She struck out and walked so far tonight.
So Voigt comes up here in the bottom of the 4th. Runner on first. 1 out. Keith delivers. Voigt drives this one left field. Left fielder able to get over to it as the ball hangs up just a little bit, and Sid Wilker able to track that one down.
That was a nice job by Wilker because that was kind of moving to the right, and Wilker had to make a good run, and she picked it up and got the out. Spielman had to hold up.
Voigt got some good metal on that ball and drove it pretty hard up into left field, Chris, and you're right. Wilker did a nice job to track that one down.
This will bring up Trista Savage, 2 for 2, a home run and a single.
Savage shows the bunt, then watches this pitch fall into the dirt. Runner will head down to second base. So Wheatro goes to second. And Savage now has an opportunity to add a run to that total today. That ball also in the dirt. 2 balls and a strike now.
It's 1-1.
I'm sorry, 1-1. Yep. 2 out.
2 outs.
And that one high and inside. Now it's 2-1. How's that? I'm psychic.
You're psychic. That must be it.
That's what it is. I was living 30 seconds in the future, Chris, is what I do. I do that every now and then. Go out of body on you every now and then. You've seen that happen. Kind of float on out there and just wait for it all to happen. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs here. Savage shows bunt and squares away and drives this one into right field. Nice job by Savage to fight that one off. They'll hold the runner at third. And a nice job by that right fielder to come up with that ball and get it back into the infield. Keep the runner. Wheatro at third.
Runners at the corners. Spielman at third, Savage at first, and I think Trista's trying to get her to throw to first so that they can advance the runner home.
The Bears playing a little cautious right there rather than trying to send that and force the play at the plate.
Rickenberg is 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out.
That was outside. faked the throw down to second as Tristan Savage kind of faked that run towards second. All right, the Bears are down 4-2 in the bottom of the fifth now over at Maumee. Still time. Nice shot right up the middle, but the second baseman's right there to pick it up. Step on the bag, and that'll put it in to the Bears' number 4. Bailey Locks with a nice put out unassisted there at second base.
Yep, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on, and we head to the top of the 5th inning. It's 3-1 Golden Bears back after this on BMU.
They say there is strength in numbers. At Creel Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Creel Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding...
All right, it is going to be Donovan, Lupke, and Schaefer here in the top of the 5th inning as the Lady Bears lead Celina 3-1. Here on BMU TV, Chris Malenga, Jim Funderburg, and Bears had 2 on but couldn't score last inning, and now hold serve here.
No doubt about that. Well then, for Celina, the Bulldogs coming up here with Donovan. She reached first base on an error.
Yep, it was a bunt
In that first inning, and then walked her second time to the plate. So Donovan today 0 for 1 actually on the afternoon. Savage getting ready to open up the 5th here. Let's see if she can't just get stronger and take this one to the close. That one's high and over everybody's head all the way back to the screen.
Fortunately, there was nobody on base.
Bailey Spielman not able to get out of that crouch in time as Trista put a little heat on that one. 1 ball, no strikes. Lupke and Schaefer are waiting, and then Steinbrenner, and we're hoping that this Steinbrenner gets to lead off inning number 6. Outside edge, right at the knees, strike 1. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit, Chris, coming right at us again.
It is.
Had a couple of hits that have really been sharp today, and Trista's home run back there at her first at-bat. Cleared that left center field wall. This one a little high, ball 2. Trista, how many pitches is she into right now?
She is at 75. That was pitch number 75.
She had to work a little bit harder than Keith on the other side here today.
Keith only with 55.
But again, done an excellent job holding the Bulldogs to just 1 run right now. Outside corner at the letters. 2-2. Beautiful day out here in Field 5, Chris. I'll tell you what, doesn't get any nicer than this.
Does not. Little breeze.
Yep. Beautiful, beautiful day.
That's it.
And a line shot will make its way out to right field. As Donovan able to drive that one out into right. And that'll be her first hit of the afternoon. Second time she's on first. That'll bring up Maddie Lupke.
Lupke was 0 for 1. She reached on a fielder's choice, was hit by a pitch.
Lupke the catcher.
Boys, 10 o'clock game tomorrow morning. Make up the Holy.
Savage delivers this one, and Lupke pops it up down the left field line.
Oh, what a move by
made the catch. Rickenberg came all the way over from her shortstop.
Wow, I thought she had that.
Glove on it, and just about made a spectacular put out down that shallow left field line. Couldn't quite hang on to it.
Well, she ran out of room in the grass and ended up getting a bunch of fence.
I thought Wheatro was going to have a play on that one, but Luke Rickenberg obviously called her off and did get a glove on it. So no balls, 1 strike here. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch again. Boy, that had some smoke on it,
Yes,
Chris.
it did.
So Lukey trying to take advantage of a second life here. After that fly ball was dropped in foul territory in shallow left. And Savage trying to shut the door down on her. Foul back right at us. The ball's 2 strikes.
See what I mean? There's a big gap there.
They sneak in here every now and then, guys. Get ready. Yeah, you got Mr. Miller there next to you. No, he just saved you on that one.
I got my hand up. He didn't move.
Yeah, well, he knew it wasn't going to get here. He knows all the lay of the land over there, Luke. He's got you covered. He'd have caught it after it bounced off your forehead. No balls, 2 strikes. That one's outside, ball 1. Nobody out here. Bulldogs batting in the top of the 5th, and the Bears up 3-1. Like to make this one happen right here if you possibly can. Nice ground ball to short for the easy double play.
There it is.
Ball to short.
There's one.
The second for 1. The turn will not be in time, though. Well, we got what we wanted there, but nice job by the shortstop Rickenberg to get the ball over to Gorselancic. A little bit too slow to be able to make that turn over to first, though, but they do get the lead runner, so 1 out here now in the top of the 5th. Yeah, see, I'm living 30 seconds ahead of everything there, Chris. You know, call them.
Yep. Mac Schaefer will be up. She is 0 for 1. She walked and she struck out swinging. That corner, man.
I shouldn't laugh like that. Lukey with that dive back into first base, man. Thought something was coming her way. Strike 1. Big catcher. Tell you what. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Schaefer struck out last time she was up.
Yep.
We've got the shortstop Rickenberg playing almost a step into left field here, deep on that shortstop spot. Now she moves in a couple steps. And a swing and a miss as they pull a string on her.
That'll bring up Brooke Steinbrunner, who is 1 for 2. She struck out the called third strike, and she singled her last time up. Voigt that was the one that went over Voigt's head. She was trying to make a play on it and just kind of blooped over her head.
There you go.
Drove in the only run of the game there for the Bulldogs this afternoon, too. Savage with a high hitter, and Steinbrunner fouls it right back at us. Strike 1. 2 out, runner on first. Bulldogs batting in the top half of the 5th here in the sectional final. Wind up in the swing. Nice long drive to left center, and that's going to leave the park.
Wow. 2 home runs, Jim.
So I've never seen a home run here at Park 5. Today we see 2, and that one ties the ballgame.
Yeah. Wow.
As Steinbrunner now with a single and a home run. And that one just kind of hung up a little bit.
Yes, it did.
That one long and deep off that over that left center field wall.
That'll bring up Sid Wilker, who is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts.
Just a line shot, you know, it didn't hang up at all. It just got out of here. It got out of here in a hurry.
Hey, have some fun, Sid.
At first, it looked like that Voigt was going to be able to make the play. She was heading that direction. It just was hit way too deep.
It was just hit on a rope. And, you know, again, if it had been closer to her, she probably could have put a glove on it. But it was hit just perfectly to right center field. Pop fly could end the inning and does end the inning. as Emily Gorsalancic turns her back on the infield and makes the catch out in shallow right field. But kind of a tough inning there for the Bears.
2 runs on 2 hits, no errors and none left on, and we head to the bottom of the 5th inning after this on BMU TV.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Back out at field number 5, it's going to be Kenzie Andrews, Emily Gorzalancic, and Kayla Altaf are here as Celina tied it up in the top of the 5th inning on a 2-run home run by Brooke Steinbrunner.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you. Before she hit that, I heard somebody go, "Don't worry about it, Brooks, you can do it." And the next thing you know, man, crack, that ball was hit, driven deep into left center. So we've got a ball game right now. And you're back to your point, Chris, the folks we've left on base here this afternoon, hopefully don't come back to bite us.
Bears have, but they've each left 6 on.
Yeah. Been a good one. This what you expect.
Absolutely.
Tournament softball. Good game here this afternoon. Keith starts off with one that skips right in front of the plate there. Ball 1. We saw a lot of that against Woodward the other day.
Oh, we did.
See if we can see a lot of more of that by Emily Keith here to get us started here in the 5th. Really got to the point the other night where you just had to watch.
It's like dodging.
Watch him bounce there for a while. Tapper down the 3rd base line, but it's going to be foul.
Andrews, by the way, 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out.
So Andrews looking to get on and get something going here in the bottom half of the 5th. Right back up the middle. There's a base hit into center field.
Rifle shot.
Nice job by Andrews to get on base there.
Moving on the Bears, second baseman, Emily Gorzalancic.
Gorzalancic is 1 for 2. She reached on an error and also had a deep single.
So the Bears need to get busy right now. They lost the lead there in the top of the 5th with the home run. Looking to get it back here in their half of the 5th. Delivery and the bunt goes foul as they're trying to advance the runner. That one had more of a bunt intended to get on base rather than advance the runner. Drag bunt. As Gorzalancic goes down, no balls and 1 strike here. Nobody out. Bottom of the 5th. Let's see if they'll try that again. First base starting to crowd a little bit. This one bunted foul. That'll be no balls and 2 strikes now.
Almost had a chance for Lupke to catch that one.
Yeah. Almost got that mid underneath that ball. No balls, 2 strikes. See if the Bears will.
Well, she'll have to swing away with 2 strikes.
Leave that on unless she just thinks she can get on. But you're right. You expect her to swing away. Center fielder's kind of cheating in. All of the outfield now cheating in a little bit. They've had a couple hitting right in front of them here today. That one high. She'll watch it go by. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good eye by Gorzalancic.
Yep, absolutely.
Very easily could have swung at that one. That's that rising fastball. Emily Keith again, trying to work out of some trouble here. Of course, Lansing pops it up on the infield, and the shortstop will make the play right in front of second base. So that'll be the first down of the inning. That'll bring Kayla Altaffer to the
For the Golden Bears, designated hitter, Kayla Altaffer.
Altaffer is 1 for 2 with a bunt and a single. She singled the second time up.
He's a base hit right here. Left fielder playing just a little more shallow than what she has been. This is the first pitch to be outside, a little bit low. Center field, a couple steps in closer to that infield than what she's been most of the night, and the right fielder in a step or two as well. As they see some of those little fly balls fall right in front of her. We're trying to cut those off here late in this ball game. Short and second playing deep. First and third playing a little short as this one gets into the dirt and past the catcher. And that will advance the runner down to second base. So Gorsalancic will be at second.
Andrews actually is at second.
Andrews will be at second with 1 out. Got to keep me straight, Chris.
That's right. That's what I'm here for.
It's kind of a tough job. That is a full-time job right there. That's why they pay you the big money. That is a hard effort. This one's inside in the dirt. Andrews thought about coming to third base, but a nice job by Lutke to come up with that base softball.
Yep.
3 balls, no strikes now. Let's see if we can force Emily Keith to have to throw a strike right here. And if you give out on top of the green light if you got that one. That was high, ball 4.
Yep. So runners at first and second for Maggie Voigt, who has 1 for 2 with a single and a ground out.
Now, do we pinch run down on first for Altaffer? I would think. You're going to bring a courtesy runner in. Here comes Coach Klingman from the third base to tell the umpire the move we're about to make, because I'm sure we're going to put a runner on first. Get a little more speed on that base path.
Let's see what'll be it. All right, that'll be number 10, courtesy runner. That'll be Kelsey Terrell.
So Terrell in. And the Bears with runners at first and second with 1 out here on the bottom of the 5th. Game tied at 3. With an opportunity here. She had a single the first time up and a ground out her last time at the bat. Has a chance right now to put the Bears back on top with a base hit almost anywhere. Pop fly, shallow left field. Left fielder comes in, Sid Walker, and Wilker will make the put out. So Wilker playing a little more shallow than what she started and was able to come on as that one hung up. And the out. We'll leave runners at first and second.
Yeah, this will be
out.
This will be Kelly.
Number 3, batting for 7.
This will be Kelly Miller coming in, the freshman.
Number 7, number 3. What's the name?
Kelly Miller.
Kelly Miller.
It's your kid here, Steve? Yeah, well, you never can tell, you know. Steve Miller up here with Tri-State Music with us in the booth doing the PA tonight, and
Kelly batting from the left side.
Yeah. So Kelly with an opportunity now, and this one outside in the dirt.
Kelly played a little bit on Monday night at the end of the game. She came in.
That's right.
And after the game, we're kind of tearing down, and she's over in the cage hitting like tons of pitches. So she's a hard worker. She played basketball as a freshman this year.
Yeah, I remember
Varsity.
Good to get her in there as a freshman and get her some time here in the big leagues. That one outside as well. So 2 balls and no strikes is all of a sudden Emily Keith having some troubles with the lefty right now. Big old bumblebee Bumblebees coming in to chew on a little lumber right now as they find their hole and they bounce on in. It's dinner time. That one outside as well, and all of a sudden Keith having a hard time finding that plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Miller up to the plate. 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bears with runners at first and second, trying to get one home as Miller swings and misses at that one. He evens everything up to 2. Emily Keith trying to get herself out of a bit of a jam right now. Miller hangs in, watches this one go up. Bottom eyes there. Count now to his full 3-2. 2 out, everybody's going to be moving with the pitch. Miller would like to drive one out in the right center field right now and clean the bases. Ground ball goes to short. Shortstop goes to third, not in time. Oh, they call her out. Man, that was close. Bang, bang, tough call. But the call was made in the out. Send the Bears back into the outfield. And that one was really close. Coach Savage out to chat just a little bit with the umpire.
I thought she slid under the tag big time.
Well, it was a forced play, so it just had to get there in time. Basically, Gary Brubaker decided that ball got there before the runner. And that was a nice play by the shortstop to pick that one up and make the play. But the Bears will leave a couple on.
Yeah, that'll be no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left on. So we head to the top of the 6th inning, still 3-3.
Hey, you in the old silver car. Looks like you could use a new ride.
What?
At Darryl Shirkey Ford Lincoln, we can upgrade you to a nice pre-owned vehicle or a new Ford or Lincoln.
How are you doing this?
We have a huge selection of vehicles, and with our aggressive pricing policy, we make them very affordable.
This is pretty aggressive. I don't think a billboard's ever tried to sell me a car before.
Come and see why we are the fastest growing dealership in Northwest Ohio. Hey, you in the white pickup.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and High-Speed Internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
It'll be the bottom of the order. Dickerson, Keeney, and Locks for Celina here in the top of the 6th inning, 3-3 ball game. A good one here, this sectional final on field 5 on BMU. Jim and Chris with you.
And the first pitch, a high heater on the inside corner for strike 1. That's right across that Celina. I like that one. And we'll see how Trista fares after giving up that home run in that last inning. This one low right down the middle of the plate, though, evens everything at 1-1. And Trista heading towards, what, 90 pitches probably?
That was 90.
That was
right
90
there.
on the nose?
You're in rare form today.
Tell you what, I'm psychic. It's just my psychic juices are really going today, Chris. That one low in the dirt. 2 balls and 1 strike. Yeah, you want to know what they're winning?
Yeah, absolutely. I would like that.
Well, if you'll split them with me, I'll let you have one too. How's that? Oh, no. Trista Savage on the mound. 2 balls, 1 strike. Just underway here at the 6th. This one fouled and out of play down that right field line. Evens everything up at 2-2. Yeah, you kind of would believe that there does come a point in time when you start to think about pulling a pitcher, but how do you pull your ace off that mound here on a game like today? Outside corner, strike 3. And Trista heard that and says, pull me out, watch this one now. Right there at the knees on that outside corner, that pitch you've been bragging about for the last week.
I'll bring up Keeney. She's 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. She singled to left field.
Is it 10 strikeouts already now for Trista? I think I've got her down unofficially for 10.
I'll check her in just a second.
Outside corner, but a little bit low. Oh, that big old bumblebee's not going to do anything. He might eat some of your gorditos here or something, but he's not after you.
Let's see. Strikeouts. 11.
11. Inside and a little bit tight. And it's 2 balls now and no strikes. Maddie Lou, they call her. Maddie Lou laces one into right center field. She'll take a turn and think better about it as the Bears with a good job picking that ball up. That was Gracie Voigt out there. Picked it up, got it back out of the infield. So that is the second base hit of the afternoon there for Keeney.
Yep, that'll bring up Locks, who's 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. We got a pinch runner coming in.
Yep.
Courtesy runner.
So there's one out here in the top of the 6th, and the Bulldogs trying to make something happen. With a runner on at first.
Looks like it's J.D. Smelzer.
And they're back to the top of the lineup.
No, they're not going to put in a pinch runner. Nope, they left her out there.
I don't know how many pinch runners are you allowed to have in a game here in this
I don't know if there's any rules for that.
We're all sitting here trying to figure that one out.
Once you use a person, then they're done.
Locks watches the first one go past her for strike 1.
They probably had 3 of them, but I don't know how they didn't carry them.
Yeah.
Probably not many. Baseball lost 4-2.
Baseball lost 4-2 over at Maumee today, so unfortunately the Bears' playoff season is over.
Yeah, they got a couple more games.
Swing and miss on that curveball on the inside of the plate. And just like that, Trista Savage goes on top 0-2. As Locks, who has already struck out once. 3-3 ball game. Good softball game here in the top of the 6th. Strike 3, outside corner. That one is just absolutely trouble.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
We've said that one before, but they're just right at the knees, right on the outside edge.
That'll bring up Emily Keith, who is 1 for 3, a double, a struck out, and ground out.
So that's 12 strikeouts on the afternoon now for Trista Savage. Bryan has a really good softball team over there. She's going to fit in really well. First pitch a little bit low in the dirt. Spielman pulls it out. Ball, no strikes. Trista winds, delivers. That one's high. Nice job by Bailey Spielman. Not let that one get over her head, so the runner has to stay down at first base. 2 balls, no strike, 2 out. Top of the 6th. Trista Savage, who's heading towards 100 pitches right now. Trying to make sure.
Actually, this is 102 coming.
There you go. Shot, but it's going to be fielded by the shortstop, April Rickenberg, as that one looked like it was going to be over her head when it started, but it seemed to hold up. And Rickenberg took a couple steps backwards, put the glove on it, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs in their part of the 6th.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on. We head to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 3-3.
As the baby boomer generation tires of traditional send-offs, funerals are becoming increasingly more personalized. People are pre-planning their own remembrance gathering. Pre-planning is easy and will pay off both emotionally and financially for you and your family. plus allows you more control over your last hurrah. At Krill Funeral Service, we're not just funeral directors. We are experts at helping hearts heal.
You know, gathering with those we love, we get to catch up and we get to reflect on the past.
It seems like every time we get together, I always learn something new.
Here's the front page of the Columbus Dispatch when he won state baseball tournament, sliding into home plate.
Look at that, the front page. And that's a neat picture.
That was a great memory. I'll never forget that.
At Oberlin Turnbull Funeral Home, we understand that there are special memories that need to be remembered and shared.
When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
Back here at Field 5 as we turn it into the bottom of the 6th, and Bailey Spielman fouls off the opening pitch out over the dugout there at the Bulldogs side. Bears looking to put a run on the board here and see if Trista Savage can't bring it on home for the win here this afternoon. And what has been an excellent softball game, 3-3. Line shot to shortstop. One bouncer in the pickup and the throw over to first by Cooney. And the first out of the inning is recorded, and a nice job on the left side of that infield today for the Bulldogs, as they have picked up some real tough shots right at them. They've been able to field and play. And Voigt now will come up. Voigt with a strikeout and a walk on the afternoon. Bears need to get something going here. That one low and in the dirt. It's been Emily Keith all the way. She's now heading towards about 90 pitches on the afternoon. Trista Savage already into the hundreds. Keith winds and delivers. This one foul down the third baseline. As third baseman Casey Dickerson took one step over that line as she fielded the ball. Ball and a strike now with one out. Again, the left side of that infield for the Bulldogs has been very solid this afternoon. That one bounces to the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Need to get one on any way we possibly can. Walk is as good at a hit right now as Emily Keith has found her rhythm here after being down 3-1. Following the big home run that tied everything up. Ground to short again, and again a good pickup and a relay over to first for out number 2. So 2 up. 2 ground outs to the short.
Bears pitcher, Trista Savage.
And Trista Savage now comes up to the plate. Savage with that home run, her first at bat here back in the first. They've given her that left center field gap out there, and let's just see what the coach decides. They may just decide to put her on base right now. If I were them, I think I'd move that left fielder over a little bit, because that's where she drove that one in, out of here in the first inning. Instead, left fielders playing pretty much closer to that left field line, allowing that gap in between left and center as the center fielder kind of shades that way. Pop fly heading the opposite direction, and the second baseman goes out and pulls it in. So Savage pops out. So basically 2 ground outs to shortstop, and a pop out ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors on the in the bottom of the 6th.
None left on, so
we're heading to the 7th here, and this ball game's all tied up at 3-3 here on BMU 3.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete. This is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536. When you're as good at diagnosing problems as Dwayne, the job is pretty easy.
You need a starter for the Buick, a water pump for the truck, and that one that just pulled in needs a belt. Drive on. Hold the phone up to the battery. Ah, it needs cables.
No, most days he doesn't get out of that fancy mobile office he's got.
Wow, that's a lot fancier than it looks from the outside.
I like this. I got the perfect spot right now, man, with the post. All right, here we go. Top of the 7th inning. Jim Funderburg along with Chris Malenga here as this ball game is tied up at 3.
It'll be Donovan, Lubke, and Schaefer, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters.
Sponsors this afternoon include Bryan Ford Lincoln, Crow Funeral Home, Northwest State Community College, Overland Turnbull Funeral Home, Lawn Auto Parts, Darrell Shirkey Ford, Bryan Municipal Utilities, Jason Deach Collision and Repair, and the Bryan Athletic Boosters. And we thank them for helping us bring you this ball game this afternoon. It has been a very good playoff game, exactly what you would expect here. Two teams trying to advance into the district play here this afternoon. And Trista Savage back on that bump. This one, pop fly, will go foul just in front of the third base bag. And that'll be strike 1.
She's 2 for 2. She had a bunt, or she got on base, a walk, and a single.
So Savage will wind, deliver to the plate. Outside corner, strike 2. Tell you what, just put it right there and dare him to hit it for my money. Right fielder Andrews playing shallow out in right. Voigt pretty much straight on in center. Tapper to short. Pick up by Rickenberg over to first, and an easy out to open up the inning. April Rickenberg with a really nice job this afternoon as well.
Yep, 6-3 on the put out. That'll pick up Lubke, who has got on a fielder's choice. Actually, he was on twice on fielder's choices, hit by a pitch once.
I'll tell you what, we need to stay away from Brooks Steinbrenner.
Yeah.
Drilled one out of here to tie this thing up.
Get these two right here, and you don't see her.
Yep. Inside and high, ball 1. In center fielder Voigt shading just a little bit to left field, and that's going to do her a big favor right here as they hit it out into left center. And Voigt on cue takes about 5 quick steps over into left center field and records the second out here of the top of the 7th.
That'll bring up Max Schaefer, who walked and then struck out swinging twice.
Savage with the wind of the delivery here to Schaefer. And a pop fly. Shortstop Rickenberg comes
what a
on
move.
one knee, able to make the play and the put out. And that'll send the Bears to the dugout. Get ready for the bottom of the 7th here. The Bears maybe pick up a run and end this bad boy.
That's right. Back after this on BMU Channel 3.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Back out at field number 5, it'll be April Rickenberg, Kenzie Andrews, and Emily Gorzalancic, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the bottom of the 7th inning in this playoff game, and all they need is one, Jim.
Rickenberg, after that nice play in the field for the third out there at the top of the inning, will
Leading off for the Golden Bears, shortstop, April Rickenberg.
try to get things going here for the Bears in the bottom of the 7th, Chris.
Yep.
Need to get that first runner on right away, and then let's make this thing happen, take it to the house. 7 is plenty to play on a pretty Friday afternoon.
That's right.
That's what they tell you you're supposed to play, so why don't we get our money's worth today and then put one in the W column there and move on. Center fielder takes about 3 or 4 steps in closer to the infield, and the left fielder now shades in as well as the third baseman crouches down as Rickenberg fouls his first pitch off.
That's much better. Go see the screen.
So no balls and 1 strike. Keith delivers. Rickenberg grounds the short. The pick up and the throw to first will be in time. So 1 up, 1 down. Again, the last 3 putouts for the Bulldogs have been made by their shortstop, Maddie Cooney.
This will bring up Kenzie Andrews, 1 for 3, a line drive, a ground out, and a single.
Bears need to get a runner here. This one could go a long way. Both pitchers having a nice afternoon. In fact, Trista Savage was really just cruising back into the 5th inning with that home run.
That was a slow ball, and if she had just held off, she probably would have got a ball for it.
Instead, she swings and fouls it off into the backstop, and it's no balls and 1 strike. Outside. Just about on that outside corner, but instead ball 1, 1-1. Steve Hammond. He's work cut out for him out here, because I'll tell you, these are 2 young ladies that can work the corner of that plate.
Absolutely.
Hit left field. Left fielder looking up and makes the play about 3 steps in front of the left field wall. Turned around, did a 360 out there. I thought maybe that was going to get away from her. She's out there in the shadows with the sun to her back, and she spun around and was able to keep that glove on the ball.
Well, it's up to Emily Gorzalancic. She is 1 for 3. She got on with an error. She singled. She flew out. Be a good spot for a person on base right now.
Laces this one down that third baseline, but foul. Yeah, you need to. All starts with getting somebody on base right now, Chris. You're right. Andrews gave that last one a ride, but this park's big enough to hold that, and a nice play by Sid Wilker out there in left field.
She's been a really good defensive player for him.
This Bulldog team is sound defensively. There's no doubt both these teams very sound defensively today, as that one's in the dirt. But yeah, I thought that was going to get away from her. When she made that turn out there, I thought, she lost that ball for a second. Well, I'll tell you what, put that glove up there and it stuck. 1-1, ground ball, short. This is going to be a tough play. I think she's going to leg that one out and does. Nice job by Gorzalancic. And again, the shortstop, Keeney, has done a really nice job down there short, but that one just moving a little too slow.
And it was determined whether the third baseman or the shortstop were going to show up and get that one.
Gorzalancic able to hustle her way down to first base.
That brings up Kayla Altaffer. She's 1 for 2. She got on with a bunt, single, and a walk.
Use a base hit right here. Again, the outfield playing in. This one laced down the left field line, but just foul. Boy, that would have been a good one, huh? there.
That would have been a great one right there.
Couple feet there. Would have had runners probably at first and third with 2 out. But the Bears with the opportunity to finish this one off yet. And third baseman Caston Dickerson guarding that line. But that one was hit hard enough that it was a couple feet to the right. It'd have gotten there. Runner goes to second. And the steal second. And with that, the Bears now just need a base hit to end this ball game. So Borsa Lansing, that delayed steal down to second. Altaffer stands in with a 1-1 count, 2 out. Bottom of the 7th, ball game tied at 3. Delivery's high. Big throw back down to second. Borsa Lansing showed maybe that inclination to head towards third, but I would think she's going to just get a decent lead when she can and be ready for the crack of that bat. Alteffer has an opportunity to be a hero here this afternoon. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pitch, curveball. Totally fooled her.
Yep.
Alteffer thought that was going to come right across the center of that plate, and at the last second, it just dove outside. 2-2.
Wind blowing in again.
Emily Keith off the rubber, looking into the dugout. Over to Coach Nicole Driggs, who gives her an instruction, and then she fires a high ball to make this a 3-2 count.
Wow.
Maggie Voigt waiting on deck. Are we going to get a chance to see her come out and bat, or is Alteffer going to take care of business here for the Bears? Shortstop and second baseman both deep. First and third cheating. The swing and the miss. And just like that, Emily Keith gets out of the jam in the 7th. We'll go to extras.
No runs on 1 hit, no errors. They leave a man on, and we are heading to the top of the 8th, 3-3 after this on BMU TV.
At Krill Funeral Service, we are professionals with the sincere desire to reward every family who have placed their trust and confidence in us by being attentive to every detail, displaying the highest level of courtesy and compassion, and providing the greatest measure of respect for their wishes. As remembrance planners, our goal is to help families find joy in the way they choose to remember, honor, and celebrate the wonderful life of their loved one. Krill Funeral Service, we are experts at helping hearts heal. When you purchase a pre-owned vehicle from someone other than Bryan Ford Lincoln, you can't be sure where it came from. When you're not sure where it came from, you may find things in the trunk that may not belong there. When you find things in the trunk that may not belong there, you may eventually run into the guys who do know where they belong. Don't be the guy who finds things in the trunk that don't belong there. Buy your pre-owned vehicle from Bryan Ford Lincoln.
This is my story. I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and a cat operator. I earned my degree in mechanical engineering technologies. Now I have a career doing exactly what I studied. I learned more, now I earn more.
Tonight's broadcast.
Back out at field 5. It'll be 5, 6, and 7 hitters. Brooke Steinbrenner, Sid Wilker, and Kirsten Dickerson. Here is 3-3, top of the 8th inning. And Jim, as you said off the air, if it weren't for this girl, we'd be done by now.
Yep. Brooke drilled one out over that left field wall the last time she was here, that left center field wall on the 5th to tie this ball game up. And this first pitch is a tough strike right on the outside edge. I wish that was where that last pitch was on Steinbrenner instead of where it was. As she found one to her liking right around the letters and right across the middle of the plate and just absolutely tattooed it out of here. That one just a little bit outside. 1-1.
It's the 110th pitch for Savage.
Yep. Well, again, I don't think we're going to see either one of the starters come out of here this afternoon, because it seems to me that both coaches like who they have out there on the hill right now. Steinbrenner gets under this one, pop fly, nice. Oh, I thought it was caught by Rickenberg, but she lost it out in short left center field. Well, I was going to say, Boyd was coming on. Rickenberg was heading out, and I thought Rickenberg had made that catch. But when you looked out there, the ball was laying on the
left fielder said Wilker.
So just like that, Steinbrenner goes down to first.
Wilker, we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Wilker. It's going to be turn so I can see your number.
Little handshake there from the coach.
17, that'll be Carly McNeilin.
Carly McNeilin will come in to pinch hit. So McNeilin into the ball game.
Batting for Wilker, Carly McNeilin.
And with that, McNeilin comes into the ball game with nobody out. A runner on first after the error on Rickenberg. And everybody's family over here that's wearing green is encouraging Carly to keep this rally up. She'll square to bunt. A nice bunt. She's going to be on the first base. Well, I'll tell you what, that was a tough one. Tough play. As the third baseman, Wheatro, came in to pick it up. First of all, it was a well-placed bunt.
Yep, it was a great place bunt.
And secondly, it kind of took a roll away from Wheatro, who had to come all the way in from third base to field that one pretty much right in front of the plate.
This will be Dickerson, who is 0 for 3. She struck out all 3 times up.
First pitch is low from Savage. Ball 1. Runners at first and second. And I'll tell you what, Krista Savage, who has had 112 plus right now.
Yep, 113.
113 pitches on the afternoon, is really going to have to dig back deep. They try to get out of this jam. Nobody out, 2 runners on. Celina in a bunting frame of mind, and this was bunted foul. Down the first baseline. They're just trying to move everybody over one more base right now, Chris. They'd be happy with another little bunt for even a put out. Now we've got the coach coming in to talk to the umpire. I don't know whether he's going to pinch run. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, there we go. We got a runner going into first.
Jade Smelser, JZ Smelser.
J.D. Smelser comes into a pitch run down at first base.
Odd that you do it in the middle of a batter.
Yep. Dickerson now with a 1-1 count. She tried to bunt the last one. And she'll try to bunt this one, and the third baseman makes the put out. As Wheatro does a nice job coming in on that one. Didn't have a play at first or second, but a good opportunity there for Wheatro as she came charging in from third.
Yep.
Pull that bunt right out of midair.
That'll bring up Keeney, who is 2 for 3. She struck out once, and she singled her last 2 times up. 1 down, top of the 8th.
Keeney stands in. Savage with the delivery. Strike 1 on the outside corner. Tell you what, if Trista has lost anything, Chris, I haven't seen it.
Yep.
Still has the ability to wind that thing up and head it towards home at a lot of velocity. Some great movement. All about 78 pounds of her, too. So there's a lot to her. Pop fly. This one ought to be out number 2 as the second baseman, Rosa Lansing, is right there to put that one out. Little pop fly for out number 2.
Bring up Brittany Locks, who's 1 for 3. She struck out twice and singled.
Trista's been in trouble a couple of times. Back in the first, she had bases loaded, got out of trouble. And now on the top of the 8th, she's got runners at first and second, now with 2 out. And this pop fly for Wheatro. And she comes up that third base line and makes the put out. So just some very weak hits by the Bulldogs, and the Bears able to get out of the jam, we'll go to the bottom of the 8th.
Yep, no runs on 2 hits, 2 errors, or no errors, 2 left on. Back after this on BMU.
They say there is strength in numbers. In Bryan, we have always taken pride in supporting our Golden Bear student athletes in all of their sporting endeavors. The Bryan Athletic Boosters now have a chance for you to get into the game. If you're Bryan proud, it's time to become Bryan strong. Whether you were a BHS athlete, are raising a BHS athlete, or just love supporting our Bryan High School athlete, this is your chance to be part of the BHS sporting community. Talk to any board member today on how easy it is to join, or contact us at 419-636-4536.
Looking for career opportunities? They're closer than you think. Northwest State has more than 70 degree and certificate programs, so you can start on the path to a rewarding career. Or transfer your credits toward a bachelor's degree. Your future is knocking. What are you waiting for? Opportunities await at Northwest State Community College. Find out more at northweststate.edu.
Voigt, Miller, and Spielman, we think, here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Extras here, Jim.
Well, when they signed me up the other day, I said, give me a good one. And Christopher, we've got that today.
Absolutely.
3-3 ball game here as we're in the bottom of the 8th as 2 baseball and softball teams have come to play here this afternoon. And you're kind of like the way that these 2 teams are going at one another. And Maggie Voigt will start everything off here for the Golden Bears. Let's see if the Bears can get to Emily Keith, who now probably is also over the century mark for the pitches that she's made this afternoon.
Right at 100.
So Voigt leading it off here. Let's see if the Bears can get some things going here with Maggie. That was inside, ball 1. That does look like Miller down there in the on deck.
Oh, she's got number 7, so it might be Wheatro again.
Okay, all right. Could be. Yeah, in fact, Miller's a lefty, isn't she?
Yep.
Outside, ball 2. And she's swinging from the wrong side of the plate there.
Yeah, that's Whitney Wheatro that's going to be batting
Wheatro
next.
Back in again. Ball 3. Man, maybe Emily Keith's starting to run out of some juice here in the bottom of the 8th as she's thrown 3 balls to open this one up. Oh, sorry, 2-1. I liked it better my way, but pop flies. This one going to fall in. Center fielder runs over, and she'll make the catch as that one hangs up just long enough for Steinbrunner to get over and make the put out.
Third baseman, Whitney Wheatro.
So bring up Wheatro.
So Wheatro back in after being pinch hit for there the last time up.
She's 0 for 2 with a fly out and a ground out.
They don't have any pitchers left. They beat everybody. Pitch 1.
Both young ladies with that blonde hairdo,
Yeah.
but one bats from the right side, one bats from the left side, so we knew then it was not Miller.
Oh.
Wheatro with some wood on this one, going deep left field. It's out of here!
Oh! Walk-off home run. 3 home runs tonight. Woo!
Whitney Wheatro
Oh!
drives one deep to end this one in the bottom of the 8th. And you can hear the crowd.
Oh, wow.
Wow, what a nice shot. As Wheatro picks out the pitch that she wants, and she drives it out of here to end this one this afternoon. What a great ball game, Chris.
Absolutely. Wow, 4-3.
So the Bears now will advance on to play the winner of Wapacher Van Wert, and that one will be played on the 17th, which is what, next Wednesday, I believe, at 5 o'clock at Miller City. So what a great ball game here this afternoon for the Golden Bears as they win in the bottom of the 8th. It took them an extra win, Chris.
Yes, it did.
But an exciting way and a great way for all of the folks here in Bryan to end their opening round ball game here this afternoon. And what a way to cap off a season so far that is continuing, where they win a share of the NWAL, and now they open up the tournament with a walk-off home run in the bottom of the 8th inning to win this one this afternoon. So
take a break and come back back with some stats, all right?
That sounds like a deal to me.
I haven't seen one all year at some.
At Jason Deach Collision and Customs in Edgerton, they can help you restore almost anything, whether it's a minor fender bender or something much more serious. Something as big as a semi or a trailer that you use to haul your toys. And speaking of toys, the Customs Division will help you customize almost anything, or help you restore that vehicle that you've been keeping under a tarp in the back of your garage. Take it from me, you'll not find a friendlier repair shop in Northwest Ohio. Jason Deach Collision and Customs, State Route 6, just east of Edgerton.
Tonight's broadcast of Golden Bear Sports is proudly streamed by BMU Cable and high-speed internet. BMU is your hometown local provider for digital HD cable and high-speed internet. Call BMU today at 419-633-6100 or visit us on the web at cityofbryan.net. Go Bears from all of us at BMU.
Good ball game.
Back up at field number 5, 4-3. The Golden Bears win on a walk-off home run by Whitney Wheatro, Jim.
Gotta love that.
Oh, man, what a game. 3 home runs in the game. Haven't seen any in a long time, and then 3 today. So let's take a look at all the players, the stats. First for Celina, let's see. Emily Keith was 1 for 4 with a double. She also struck out once. Maria Donovan was 2 for 3 with a single and a walk. And Maddie Lubke was 0 for 3, excuse me, and she was hit by a pitch. Max Schaefer 0 for 3. She walked and struck out twice. Brooke Steinbrunner was 3 for 4. She had 2 singles, a home run, 3 RBIs, and she struck out once. Sid Wilker 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts. Kirsten Dickerson was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Maddie Keene was 2 for 4 with 2 singles. She also struck out once. Bailey Locks was 1 for 4 with a single, and she struck out twice. Pitching for Celina, Emily Keith, she went 7 1/3 innings through 107 pitches. She gave up 4 runs, all 4 were earned. She struck out 2. She gave up 11 hits, 2 walks, and that was all she wrote for Celina. For the Golden Bears, Gracie Voigt was 1 for 3. She walked and struck out once. Trista Savage was 3 for 4. She had that home run, 2 singles, and an RBI. April Rickenberg was 0 for 4 with an RBI. Kenzie Andrews 1 for 4 with a single. Emily Gorzalanza was 2 for 4 with 2 singles and an RBI. Kayla Altaffer was 1 for 3 with a single. She also walked and struck out once. Maggie Voigt was 1 for 4 with a single. Whitney Wheatro 1 for 3 with that home run and RBI. Bailey Spielman 1 for 3 with a single. And let's see, Kelly Miller was 1 for 1 with a single. Pitching, Trista Savage went the distance, 8 full innings. She threw 118 pitches, 36 balls, 82 strikes. She gave up 3 runs, all were earned. She struck out 12, 5 by the call, 7 by the swing. She gave up 10 hits, and she had 2 walks on the night. Taking a look at the score across the line for Celina, they scored in the 3rd inning and the 5th inning, and they had 3 runs on 10 hits, 1 error, 9 left on. Bryan, meanwhile, scored in the 1st and 3rd and 8th innings. They had 4 runs on 11 hits, no errors, and they also left on 9. Time of the game, 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Well, it was a good one this afternoon. Is Big Chet Dangler down there with the signage out on the field, celebrating with all the young ladies. You can see all the players out there in the middle of the left field fence. And for the Bears this afternoon, they win a big ball game and they move on. Big thank you to our crew. I think this afternoon we had both the Sharettes out here.
We got Sean Miller and Sam
out there, both the representing the Sharettes here this afternoon. Aaron Gilbert and Eric Herman back there in the trailer this afternoon. Chris Malenga and myself.
Danny was here too. He was just hanging out.
Danny was here too?
I don't know what he possibly could have been doing, but
Danny was down there trying to keep Aaron Gilbert awake, I would bet, because you know those Steelers fans are there, but their attention span is very, very
absolutely,
short.
absolutely.
That's the way that it works. Well, it was a fun one today. We hope you enjoyed it here on BMU Channel 3. Municipal Utilities, Jason Beach Collision and Repair, and the Bryan Athletic Boosters. And that's going to do it for our softball coverage for this season. For Chris Malenga, I'm Jim Funderburg. We'll see you down the road here on BMU Channel 3.